Overheard dialogue. Here's a question that I am not finding too many results on. What is the proper punctuation for overheard dialogue? Right now I have it as overheard comment, tagged, overheard response, last overheard statement. I feel like this brings it too far into the scene, introducing those speaking as almost characters. It's a tavern scene, so there are conversations occurring all around with relative bits and pieces of a recent event being discussed. Other than correct punctuation, any interesting ideas would be helpful. So first let's have that be how it would actually look. I think that probably looks fine to me. This is dialogue that we are overhearing. The one thing I'd probably say is to remember what perspective we're hearing this from. The fact that it's overheard means that we're probably not necessarily seeing these people and we probably don't know who they are, but we are hearing two distinct voices in this conversation and they're talking back and forth. So, I heard a gruff voice from behind the wall. And then you hear what they say. Another man responded. And you say what they say. Last overheard statement. The gruff man said. Blah, blah, blah. So, we still need to know that they're two different voices because they're having this back and forth. So we need to be able to refer to them. So this is the gruff man and things like that. But we're not getting details as to their names or something like that. If it's more like it in the comment, it talked about it's a tavern scene, so there are conversations occurring all around with relative bits and pieces of a recent event being discussed. There's conversations occurring all around. You might have things like you hear bits and pieces of what people are saying, but without seeing who's saying it and all that kind of stuff. So that would be that. You could do it like this as well, with just describing the voice a bit, or you could. That might be a bit heavy-handed if there's a lot of talking going on. So the crowd shouted insults at each other. Blah! No, you! What's his face is the worst. Calm down now, lads, the police chief said. And scene. So you could do something like this, where it's just snippets of what people are saying. You could have them as separate paragraphs, as you would have dialogue normally from different speakers. But the important part is prepping the reader to know that this is random bits from the crowd beforehand, and then you can just have random bits from the crowd. That might be the kind of situation they're referring to as well. But as for proper punctuation, there's not, just normal punctuation. I don't think there's anything special that needs to be going on there. Yeah.